let's be clear, I believe that we can protect the Second Amendment and protect second graders at the exact same time. That means
the debate about gun violence and gun reform in America has existed ever since we can remember.
It's been 23 years since Columbine. It's been 15 years since Virginia Tech, 10 years since Sandy Hook, 4 years since Parkland.
Every year, students like us go through active shooter drills at school. Yet, we still know school shootings and instances of gun violence happened around us.
Until we figure out the why, we will always mourn losses without fixing the problem. Our job is to figure out the why.
I think that people shouldn't be afraid to go to school and wonder if they're going to be able to go home or not. I think school is supposed to be a safe place for everyone, and it's not anymore.
So why is gun violence in schools such a problem? If I were a newly elected member of Congress, gun reform would be the issue that I would tackle.
Every time there's a school shooting, the conversation comes back up, but we never see true action taken.
We have offered prayer and thoughts for years with no real action. It's been 15 days since the school shooting in Uvalde, Texas, where 19 children were massacred.
In our school district, every high school has school resource officers through the sheriff's office in an effort to keep schools secure. Captain Mike Walker is over the program.
We have a great collaboration and partnership with both the school system and all the other municipalities and police departments that generate a good, safe school with a positive response for anything threatening that could ever approach them.
Parents and school staff are not the only people concerned about the safety at schools. We got a chance to talk to a few high school students and get their opinions about the gun laws that we have today.
I feel like all schools should have a better security system because gun violence can happen anywhere at any time with any person. And it's really sad when you hear about schools getting shot up and stuff like that because a lot of parents are scared to put their kids in school because of gun violence.
I think at some point we have to do whatever we can to protect the people because it can't keep happening.
While these heated conversations continue, so do the killings of innocent people at the hands of those who should never have guns in the first place. When it happens on school campuses, we all feel at risk, but not everyone agrees on what precautions need to be taken.
If you have 4 buses pull up at 7:30 a.m. and you have 30 students get off of each bus, they're all trying to enter one place to go through a metal detector. What do you do when it sounds? Are you going to be able to identify who had something? If they're going through one at a time and someone wanted to do them harm, you now have 100 and something kids standing there and they're a target.
School is a place of safety. School is a place of where we want our students to feel like they're at home and they're welcome. I think by putting in, especially a metal detector, that kind of takes that away.
Captain Mike Walker says he wants students to be more involved in the prevention of violence, and students can help with this through something as easy as using an app.
Another thing that the Sheriff's Office has pushed out a few years ago that has worked quite well is a anonymous tip app. It's called Calcasieu Close Watch. And obviously it's free to download on your phone, and anyone can anonymously supply us, which goes straight to our real-time crime center.
Even with these preventive measures in place, teens are legally allowed to purchase weapons with minimal screenings.
In Louisiana, the minimum age that someone can possess a firearm is 18 years old. At this age, most teenagers are still in their senior year of high school.
Why would you be able to buy an AR at 18 years old? And your mind isn't completely developed so you can make a decision with an AR and you can really do some crazy stuff.
We are paying for gun violence every single day of our lives. We are paying for the weapons of war on our streets with the blood of children sitting in our schools. We are paying for unfettered access with mothers and fathers waiting in line for a DNA test, forced to find out if it's their child that's riddled with bullets and maimed beyond recognition. We are paying for this deadly culture with the lives of the American people.
Law-abiding citizens should be able to keep and bear arms in the terminology of the Second Amendment to the United States Constitution.
Restricting the fundamental human right of law-abiding Americans to defend themselves is not the answer. It never has been.
How do we protect innocent lives? Until we have true gun reform that takes into account the age of the buyer, their mental health, and safe home storage of these weapons, we can't expect true change.